Honda doesn't really do any macho cars. This is about as hot as it gets. And that's okay. This is the Civic Si Coupe with navigation. Let's check it out. Now the first thing that strikes me, about this car is the roof on the side of my head. There's really limited headroom in this guy. I guess that's the price you pay for being arguably the sleekest roofline in its class. But it still hurts. We happen to have a Civic Si with navigation package. Bottom line is we've got the nav. There it is. It is also voice command, so you can talk to it and tell it what to do. It's also a touchscreen, as you can see, and it's close enough to be usable. I'm still not happy with the map resolution. I haven't been for a couple of years. This is in an era when we have iPhones and Blackberries and high-def TVs that all have super fine res. This just looks old and stale to me. This is also a premium audio system. In case you forget that, it's in really huge type right there on the top of the frame. But it does have a lot of sources, and that has been revised and made more modern since a couple of recent Hondas we've looked at. Let's go through our various audio sources. Of course, we have FM radio, AM radio, no HD radio. XM is your choice optionally. We have that activated here. Again, good display, rapid channel acquisition. It works well. If it's a little bit crude in its look, it's not in its function. CD is a single slot CD back here. Placed for one disc. You can add an 8-disc changer optionally outboard, but just one with the nav unit. But then after CD, it gets interesting / goofy. We have the PC card. You saw that when I had the door down, right? I'm never going to use that, are you? Yeah, I know I can get an adapter, but what? Aux is interesting. 2 positions there. One is USB. I've got that USB drive right here in the console, blinking away. And another aux is a true aux, which is right down here for a standard cable connection. Whatever you're playing comes out of 7 speakers. One of those is a sub, so 6 speakers plus 1, and 350 watts. Pretty significant for a car this small. And by the way, the nav trim level on this car also rolls in the Bluetooth hands-free, hence the buttons over here. Aside from your throbbing head, you know you're in an SI thanks to the lipstick red gauge illumination. And on our rally red car, it's a clever match. The 2-liter 4 in the SI does 197 horsepower, but drops off to just 139 foot-pounds of torque. That's only 11 foot-pounds more than a standard Civic with a 1.8. And within your first few gears, you don't need those numbers to tell you this car's a rever, not a stump puller. The gearbox feels good, but like it needs a little use to make the moves between the gears a little more slick. And that 6-speed manual is your only choice. The only real problem with this powertrain is massive RPM float. Rev up a gear, go for the next one, and you can almost count to 2 before the RPMs come down after you put the clutch in, even though you're off the gas. It makes sporty shifting a rather slow affair, unless you're okay with using the clutch friction plate to do brute force rev matching. But I was raised better than that. Once you're in the right gear, handling is just plain fun. Reminds me of the original ads for the CRX, which said, "Point and shoot." Now, our 09 Civic Si with the nav package has pretty much all the bells and whistles. 24.5 is your base, including destination. There are 2 dealer-installed options you might consider. 8-disc CD changer, I could take it or leave it, $600. XM radio is $300 more.